Hey everyone, my name is Chris Lambert. On this channel, we talk Kanye West, and today we are talking Demna Gvasalia and the fact that he is going to be the creative director of the DONDA Album Release events. So what does that mean? Well, last week we had the DONDA Album listening party in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and this was the whole of it, right? It was this big white tarp on the field, Kanye in his Akira outfit, looking around. There was some stuff with lighting going on, but for the most part, it was pretty sparse and spare. And we were told today that there was going to be another event on August 5th at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but that people asked Kanye to change it up, not to do the same exact thing that he did at the listening party. And we were speculating, what is he going to do? Will he work with Vanessa Beecroft? Will he come up with something on his own? What approach will he take? Will it be fashion oriented? And it seems like we're getting a little bit of an answer to that, as Demna Gvasalia has been named the creative director of the events. So we don't know what that then means, but we are going to dive into Demna and Kanye's relationship. So Demna is also the creative director of Balenciaga and the co-founder of Vetements. Am I saying that wrong? I always say everything fashion wrong, but you may recognize this photo of, we were talking about how Kanye just earlier in the month was in Paris for the Balenciaga show. And that's because he's friends with Demna, who's the creative director of Balenciaga. So getting into this a little bit, Kanye Source has this tweet. In February of 2016, Kanye West sent out this tweet. 5 years later, Demna Gvasalia is the creative director of the DONDA Album Release events. I'm going to steal Demna from Balenciaga. So that was February of 2016. He's tweeting that out. So he and Demna have been close for a while. And this was actually the show that Kanye attended in Paris. And I just thought this was funny because it talks about Kanye being there as well as other stars. And Demna says, "How can we be sure it's you? Luxury titan." Oh no, it was Francois-Henri Pinault. That's who said it. Okay, not Demna. But somebody said, "How can we be sure it's you?" Chairman and vice executive director of Kering said with a chuckle as he greeted West, whose face was obscured with a printed sack punched with a few holes for breathing. It was a shirt, not a printed sack. Or is it a printed sack? No, I'm pretty sure it's a Harley Davidson shirt. Is it a sack? Huh. Interesting detail, but Kanye was there for Demna. And then here is this article from Mr. Porter. I don't know what this website is, but it says 3 designers who owe everything to Mr. Kanye West. And this was from when? December 8th, 2017. So Mr. Virgil Abloh of Off-White, it's so formal. Mr. Jerry Lorenzo of Fear of God, and then Mr. Demna Gvasalia of Vetements and Balenciaga. To be fair, the 36-year-old Georgian wonderkin was already making his way in fashion perfectly well without Mr. West's help, but the rapper's endorsement has certainly rubber-stamped his burgeoning reputation as the benchmark-setting designer of his generation. That's big praise. Mr. Gvasalia's route to the higher echelons of fashion has been more traditional than that of Messieurs Abloh and Lorenzo. God. He studied at the famed Royal Academy of the Fine Arts in Antwerp and then worked his way up at Louis Vuitton and Maison Margiela. But ever since he stepped out on his own, first in 2014 with his much-hyped Vetements label, and then in 2015 as the artistic director of Balenciaga, he has developed a reputation as a disruptor and a rule breaker. Of course Kanye likes him. He operates outside the traditional fashion calendar and runway show model. In the process, he has built a die-hard fan base of cutting-edge fashion fans, including Mr. West, who can't get enough of his culturally astute kitsch that appropriates the disposable and makes it desirable. Oh man. If there is one person who Mr. West likes almost as much of himself, it seems to be Mr. Gvasalia, who helped Mr. West establish the tone of his own line. I thank Demna for using the "I Feel Like Pablo" sweatshirts in his show. He has tweeted, "This is my friend, and we've bounced ideas and references for years since the time when he designed for Yeezy Season 1, which was kind of a revelation. The two continue to collaborate, and Mr. West has mischievously stated, "I'm going to steal Demna from Balenciaga." So referring to the previous tweet that we looked at. But I love this this article on Complex. Like, apparently Vetements Demna Gvasalia designed for Yeezy Season 1. And it's just, this image is no longer available. Oh, wait, no, it's this one. Okay, here. Get to know Vetements, the French label behind that black hoodie Kanye West keeps wearing. Oh, what black hoodie, this image is no longer available. This link is broken. This link is broken. This link is broken. This image is no longer available. 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 So it's a visual article that has no visuals to it at this point. It is 6 years old. So I guess images do come and go, but I noticed this as a problem on Complex more than any other website, that they just don't have image longevity. So we turn to Google and you search up Kanye and Vedement's sweatshirt, and it's this one. It's this overly long sleeves that he has on. It just kind of has this weird font across it, but it looks cool. Like the fit of it is interesting. It's not this like tight look. It's not quite athleisure either. It just feels and looks very comfortable. There's also a photo of Rihanna wearing the same sweatshirt, but it seems like Kanye was wearing it around for a minute, then him wearing it standing next to Lorde, him wearing a long duster jacket with it. Is that what that is, a duster? I only say duster because I watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know if that's a duster or not. Is it just a raincoat? What is it? Somebody tell me. I'm not fashionable. I wear t-shirts. I don't know. So that's the hoodie. So Kanye has worn that. I'm sure he's worn other things. Actually, I know he has worn other things. We'll get to that in a second. But here's Demna's Wikipedia page. Is a Georgian fashion designer, currently the creative director of Balenciaga and co-founder of Vedement's. He was born in Georgia in 1981 to an Orthodox Christian family. He fled at age 12 during the country's violent civil war and went on to live in Dusseldorf from 2001 onwards. Gvasalia studied international economics for 4 years at Tbilisi State University and later attended the Royal Academy of Fine Arts, where he graduated with a master's degree in fashion design in 2006. So he collaborated with Walter von Beirendonck on his men's collection, which that name came up before because Kanye actually tweeted at this guy because the guy was upset at Virgil Abloh, I believe it was. It was upset at somebody else that Kanye was like protective of, and he called out Walter. We have a whole video on it, but I know his name because of that, because Kanye was mad at him. In 2009, Gvasalia joined Margiela, where he was responsible for women's collections until 2013. He was appointed senior designer of women's ready-to-wear collections at Louis Vuitton, initially under Marc Jacobs and briefly under Nicolas Square. I don't know. Together with his brother Guram, Gvasalia launched the brand Vedement's in 2014 along with a small group of anonymous friends, displaying their work in small gay clubs in Paris. Gvasalia has said that the original purpose was to subvert the high fashion status quo. Vedement's first women's ready-to-wear collection was presented at Paris Fashion Week in 2014. The collection was nominated for the Louis Vuitton Men's House Young Fashion Designer Prize after producing 3 collections. So then in 2015, he became creative director, succeeding Alexander Wang at Balenciaga. And in 2019, he left Vedement's to pursue new artistic ventures, having accomplished his goals with the company, telling High Snobiety that he had accomplished his mission of a conceptualist and design innovator. So, okay. We'll see what that means next for him. More collaborations with Kanye would be nice. But checking out his Instagram page, you can see that he was actually the one that designed the Halloween costumes for Kim and Kanye this year, which it was this like Spider Queen outfit that Kim had and this like Tron outfit that Kanye had, which was kind of cool. So that was Demna, he was doing that. And then there was another photo up here. It makes sense. I never quite got the connection of why it was Kanye and Balenciaga doing the DMX shirt, but it's because of Kanye's connection to Demna that we got the Balenciaga shirt, right? Right here. So in memory of DMX, a special collaborative release was designed by Demna Gvasalia, helmed by Balenciaga, by Demna Gvasalia, helmed Balenciaga. That's a weird, okay. And initiated by Kanye West Yeezy label. The retro style long sleeve tee, priced at $200. So Yeezy teamed up with Balenciaga to pay tribute. So it was really just Kanye and Demna teaming up on this shirt to honor DMX. And there's nothing as of late regarding Kanye, no stories, but we'll see if he has any updates in the next couple days as they get ready for whatever they're going to do for the Donda release event. So that's it for this video. If you are enjoying the channel and you want to support us, the easiest way is to what? Yes, like, comment, subscribe, as any of those things tell YouTube this is a channel people enjoy, so then they show it to others, which goes a long way in support. And then we also have our podcast, Watching the Throne, a lyrical analysis of Kanye West. It is the #1 Kanye West podcast in the world and currently a top 50 music podcast in America on iTunes. So if you've ever wanted a Kanye podcast, if you've ever wanted lyrical examinations of Kanye's songs and albums, check out Watching the Throne. So that's it for this video. Until next time, stay wavy and keep it loopy. Cheers.